for that.
Woohoo! Technical difficulties of going live. Yay.
Yeah, it happens. Just wait for people
Oh,
to
so we
come
just
on.
wait. Fine by me.
Da-da-da. I'm cool with that. Apologies in
Yeah,
advance
that's
to Ivan
that's
for having to cut this audio together to post it. This is gonna be fun for him. I think
YouTube trying to
I
ban us, huh? No.
yeah, YouTube doesn't like us. Oh goodness. Okay. Um
I
yeah.
haven't I haven't seen I haven't seen the episode since the early this morning, since like last night. So that was like my second time watching it again.
Yeah, that was that specific scene. I yay, we're back. Yeah, we're
Yes,
back,
we're back.
guys. Just some hiccups, as it does. I mean, we're basically like the Mandalorian. Like our day can't go right. I feel it. I feel it. Um, but yeah, that was actually the third time I had watched that scene, and each time has made me tear up like crazy. I kind of held back now, but I was crying
Out
over
back, I
that
was like,
so
let
hard
me
last
not
night.
cry live. And I was like, even when I had posted a picture of like me crying on social media,
We both.
I was like, let's do that when I look kind of decent still, because yeah, I was definitely ugly crying. To that whole sequence, and it's funny because we mentioned that our notes just end right when we see Luke, like right when you see a green lightsaber. I say Luke in all
Yes.
caps, and then nothing after that, nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing else in my notes. The last scene is so important to the Mandalorian, not just like I mean as a whole, like as a character, that is so important for Din Djarin because it's like yeah, there's an attachment there, but I think Grogu really does understand more than more than he can say because he's still like a baby, but he really is asking. It killed me when he's like he's asking for your permission to go, like that hurt so much. And like he obviously he loves Din, he wants to stay, but then he does know that attachment and all those things like that, and he knows that he needs to train himself even though he's just a kid, and it hurts so much. And I know Din only got reunited with him for 10 minutes before
I
he had to say
know,
bye.
and it did. Oh, yeah, I know that that was so intense and so emotional. He was just wanted to get him back, and then realized in that moment, just moments later. I mean, he definitely didn't see that coming. A Jedi, and having to let him go and like let him go with him, because it was so
Mm-hmm.
great to see Grogu like at the ruins, like the Jedi temple, well, Jedi like ruins, and him just be on that seeing rock and just obviously connecting with it and connecting with the force around him and like sending out a call and reaching out through the force. And you knew in that episode that he had reached somebody, or he had at least, you know, reached out through the force, and it was a lot of power and a lot of energy going out. It had to have gone to somebody, right? So everybody speculates. I was hoping Ezra. I
I
know
was
that
hoping
probably was
Ezra.
a bit of reach. We were hoping for Ezra. I know a lot of people were saying Cal from Jedi Fallen Order, and it could have been either of them. Somebody else said Mace Windu, like coming out of the woodworks, and he had
That
survived and
was
he's
interesting.
old.
I was like, all right.
Somebody else had mentioned that, and I was like, you know what? To each his own. And it definitely could 100% have been Luke, timeline wise. It was just perfect setup there, and of course him being pretty much the only Jedi around. Like there's ones hidden. We know of Ezra, he's somewhere out there, whether ones have gone in hiding or what, but we know of Luke that he was the only one at the time. And, Ahsoka, or like they had mentioned, yeah, there's not a lot of them out there, but for them to see him on the security cameras and they see a lightsaber and they're like Jedi. And the fear in Moff Gideon's face, I
Yes.
loved that.
I did not catch that the first time because I think I was so focused on like, oh my god, a Jedi,
Like, oh my God,
that
it's Luke.
I didn't even pay attention to Gideon because I'm like, all right, dude, someone knock this man out. But
I
yeah,
loved Cara Dune knocking him out. That was awesome. He was
very
about to like
satisfying.
take his own life, and he knocked him out with their gigantic gun. But yeah, I
Love
love
that.
that for all of us to just see that solo X-wing fly in. You knew it. It was Luke. It was Luke. Nobody else.
Oh my gosh.
And the mannerisms in how he fought and just so elegantly and so smooth using the force to pull the dark trooper to him to use it. Oh my god. And so that feel of Luke that you get when you first see him in Return of the Jedi, the confidence he brings back versus Empire Strikes Back, right?
Mhm.
So like the in between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, the time he's been able to grow and learn and become more confident in the Force and his abilities and who he is as a Jedi, like all of that exudes out of Mark Hamill in Return of the Jedi, and that's why you just gotta love him with the new, fresh, all black Jedi outfit. So he was
He
just
pulled up with the Chanel boots.
yes, he literally, and he is just this strong, confident Jedi, and even more so years after Return of the Jedi, where this is set. So he just comes in and he just can reach out through the Force, and just like Obi-Wan, you know, when he felt Alderaan being exploded, he just felt that through the Force, and Luke felt it and heard the call and felt the call from a youngling who know it just came out of nowhere for him.
It's
I'm sure because he
incredible
hadn't
though.
seen or known any other Jedi besides probably training with Leia, which we
Mhm.
got a flashback of. But for him to just show up and so easy and elegantly cut
Wipe
through all
through.
these dark troopers, and even just seeing the one glove over his hand and the even just the way he places his lightsaber, like his hilt back onto the clip, everything about it was amazing. And yeah, that's it. I just started ugly crying when
I was
he like
100% ugly crying.
removed his robe and you just see this CGI'd. And you know what? I don't mind Star Wars CGI. I think they did great with Leia. I think Grand Moff Tarkin looked really great in Rogue One as well. I didn't mind it. A lot of people complain about it, but what is there to
I
complain about?
Yeah, I'm like, it is what it is. I thought they were
hmm
gonna cast Sebastian
Sebastian
Stan.
Stan.
I thought so too, but
Yeah.
I mean, however things work out, like we ended up with CG. It is what it is. There's y'all gotta pick and choose what you're angry about Star
I
Wars.
know.
I'm angry
We
about
got
Dank
Luke.
Farrik. I'm angry about Dank Farrik,
Yes.
and we had another Dank Farrik this episode. I feel like I didn't
Yet another. Like,
yet.
that is a record high Dank Ferric.
I got more Dank
Record.
Farriks than Helmetless Din
Yes.
this entire season.
More Dank Ferric than Mandoa.
I know, and we talked about way at the beginning of Tauntalk. I mean, well, mid season of Tauntalk when we started Mandalorian, or like literally the beginning, right? We talked about
hmm
what we anticipated and what we wanted from this season. My expectations were met. Granted, those expectations were very low on the floor. Just happy to be here. Just happy to experience Din
And
Djarin
mine
as a
were like
character.
way up there. Mine were just
Yeah.
like, calm down. Mine were like, take it easy, okay? I was like, Ezra, Sabine, we're getting Sabine. That's it. Blah, blah, blah. And I mean, we got Ahsoka and we got Bo-Katan. And I
Yeah.
am over the moon happy with them for this season because they were absolutely amazing. Had amazing live action introductions for a lot of people who started watching Mandalorian, who didn't know a lot of Star Wars, or people who know Star Wars and didn't watch any of the animated series. Great introduction for both of these characters.
Hmm.
And so yeah, CGI, Luke Skywalker didn't bother me a tiny bit. Sebastian Stan would have been cool, but I think I would have seen just too much Bucky Barnes in him. It would
Yeah,
have
yeah,
been
yeah. That's
too.
what
It'd have been
someone
way
was
too
saying
Winter
too.
Soldier.
Yeah,
um,
Winter Soldier.
I was happy with it. I loved his hair. I loved his outfit and how he carried himself. He just seemed like a Jedi Master. You could just tell he was a Jedi Master. And it was we got
So
Return of
good.
the Jedi Luke. Oh my god.
Cosplay said I was really surprised at how Luke's appearance was kept so quiet and wasn't leaked.
I mean,
I'm incredibly I mean I'm in
Grogu, Baby Yoda was
Grogu wasn't leaked.
kept on tight that lid
But the
because
thing was
first
that
episode, nothing, no kind of advertisements, and we all of us were blown away in the premiere episode. So for this
yes,
finale, we didn't know about Luke. We all,
we threw
um,
guesses.
yeah, we were all thinking, oh, it could be Luke. I was hoping Ezra, it'd be really cool, but maybe we'll see Ezra in Ahsoka series. I'll wait for
Yeah.
that because we're getting a whole lot of World Between Worlds vibes from just the design of the Ahsoka show
Yes.
title. A lot of World Between Worlds
Absolutely.
vibes.
Definitely the whole background.
Yes.
But yeah, my expectations were met. That last scene, I know we reacted to it, but that's it's Din saying goodbye for now. I'm hoping for now. I'm projecting
Chills.
that for now into it. When he took off the helmet, he took off the helmet before because it's what he had to do for Grogu. And now he's also doing it for Grogu because he wants Grogu to remember what his dad's face looks like. And that just
Grogu seeing his face for the first time.
and just softly just touching I have been hurt by Star Wars before, but this
Plenty of
hurt
times.
in a special way. I'm like, wow, I was sobbing. Um,
I feel
I,
like Grogu's eyes just you could even though he has gigantic eyes, but I feel like you could see his pupils just kind of get even wider because he was just like so happy to like, whoa, who's this? Like I only
he's
know
like, this
Helmet
is my
Head Man.
dad. This is my dad. I only know
Like
Tin Can Man.
this is what you
Um,
look like all this
I
time.
loved it. I loved it. Yes, it's absolutely bittersweet. I definitely think season 3 they will be reunited. Um, yeah.
But I mean, it leads to so many questions, right? Because it's so tricky when you set a story of such with such significant characters in between such big movies or such a big
Mm,
franchise and storyline, right? Like Rogue One, you think, what's this movie going to be about? You know what happens, like those rebels die, and yet it was an amazing film. So this show being, I mean, they've got a lot of time to work with between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens, but like what happens to Grogu, you know? I'm sorry, but the first thing I thought of was the Jedi temple, well, like the temple where Luke trained, right? Like trained
burned
Ben.
down.
Yes, that's the first thing I thought of.
Okay, and if you guys aren't aware, in the Rise of Ren comics, of course I know this. My at is Ren's Empress, guys. But in the Rise of Ren comics, 4-part comic series from
Great series.
2019, which is terrific. Just to clarify, I think Ben ends up killing 4 students that attacked him, but the temple actually burned down because Palpatine
Mhm.
hit it with a lightning strike. Palpatine slash Snoke. So that's how it burned down.
That's all I could think of was,
I was
ooh,
thinking about that
had
too.
he been with Luke all that time, grown, maybe he became like, a Padawan and a young teacher to Ben. I don't know. Maybe Ben knew him as a kid. I don't know.
My
But
hope is that he just stayed there for like 5-ish years and then just went back out to hang out with his dad. That's it. That's my hope.
okay, sure.
That's
They
my.
can go live together in the sanctuary episode.
I
You
just
would
want.
hope.
I know. I'm like, all right, Din's got dark saber drama on his hands now, but like, could he just like go back and hang out with Omera? I mean,
True.
dude's
That'd be so
helmetless
nice.
now. I just want him to be happy. At this point,
Yeah.
I just want my favorite character to be happy as he can be given his situation.
I really
Um,
didn't think we were gonna see a goodbye between the two of them.
I was
I
not expecting that
I didn't
at
think we
all.
were going to. I mean,
Pain.
I also didn't see Grogu getting kidnapped or like being taken. I didn't see that coming at all. So the rescue, okay, great, it happened and they got him back. But wow, we really had to say goodbye right away, which we thought was going to be the end of it. We thought they were going to split ways when we saw Ahsoka. We thought Grogu was
Yeah,
going to just stay with her. But
and
no,
that
like
was
no, I can't.
painful.
No, I can't train him. And yeah,
Yeah,
we went through
that
the
one was
emotions as if
painful.
they did.
Maybe Mando will get invited to a parent-teacher evening at the academy.
Oh
Bless,
no.
bless that, because I'm like, I think Luke is way more chill than like the previous, because he never grew up with like the Jedi Order. Like he was trained by Yoda on Dagobah, right? So like
Yeah.
he never got like the traditional Jedi Order training. So I think he might be chill. He might be like, all right, yeah, you can come visit. Like just pop on by. Don't bring some random Sith dudes with you. Then we're all good. I feel like
Don't
there's
bring
no
Boba,
problem with
okay?
that. Don't bring Boba. It's on site. Um, but yeah, I think that please let that happen. I just want Din to be happy. In summary, this
I'm
season blew me away.
Wait, so Luke had to
Hmm.
have seen Boba Fett. It No, Boba Fett wasn't there with them. Never mind. I was about to say like, wait a minute,
Wait,
but
yeah,
no,
no,
Boba
Boba
Fett wasn't with them.
wasn't
But for
with
him to
them.
see other Mandalorians, because I don't know if Luke has ever, I mean, probably has encountered them, but I wonder if he's ever seen other Mandalorian besides Boba Fett.
I think this might be his first time
Seeing
besides
ones other
Boba.
than it's like,
Because
wait,
I
I
don't think
know,
they mentioned it
I
before.
knew one of your kind.
Yeah. Um, but I
He got
mean,
knocked into a Sarlacc pit. His jetpack malfunction. I remember that guy.
oh my gosh, that'd be really funny if they ever do meet up in the future. But
Yeah, amazing finale. I couldn't. It was beyond everything I anticipated. We ended up getting a Jedi,
yep,
and I thought we were going to get it in the last few seconds. I thought it was going to be a little teaser, just the way we got Dark Saber in the finale of season 1. at the very last second. I was like, oh my God, this just means Bo-Katan just means more Mandalorian. But I thought we were going to get a very last second piece of a Jedi to tease for season 3, and we got full on Luke Skywalker.
We got everything.
I
But yeah,
can't believe that.
definitely bittersweet for me. I know this is it is a great ending. We do have season 3. I keep mentioning it, but I'm just so excited. It's a year from now. But I'm it's definitely bittersweet. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I was also in tears. I was texting everyone. I was also in shambles, etc., etc. I'm so glad that we got to experience this together and talk through the whole season together. Clarissa, I think that this is like the first time I've
We've
ever
had
had that.
some, yeah, we've had a lot of fun breaking down these episodes.
And I'm so happy we get to share it with you guys too. It brings me so much joy. Yeah, that's
I mean, for me, a highlight has always been, and always will be, Cobb Vanth. First episode probably like blew me out of the water. It's funny because I had like reactions from last night on like social media,
yes.
and the last time I had reactions for Mandalorian was after episode 1 because we got Boba Fett, and I was like, no way, I can't believe we got Boba Fett in the first episode. I can't believe they dropped that in the first episode. That was huge, and I feel like that was last week. I feel like it was
Yes.
barely happened that they dropped Boba Fett in the first one. It was like a huge surprise. They brought him back. I love that, you know, not to focus so much on Boba Fett and giving too much screen time to him. But I love that they not rewrote him, but they kind of rewrote history and the fact that his dad, like Jango Fett, was a Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Because
Not just the
that
bounty hunter.
storyline that had always flip flopped back and forth in the lore and like history. So I love that. I loved his makeover and his armor. I loved that Cobb Vanth had in the first place. Yeah, there were some huge highlights. It was really great season. We got Ahsoka, my favorite episode.
Ahsoka.
It has to be the Jedi.
Mine is
It's
Ahsoka, and then the episode where Din takes his helmet off in the previous one.
the believer.
Yeah, the believer. I loved that
I
so
think
much.
Ahsoka versus Morgan Elsbeth, that was such an amazing fight scene. The Beskar spear versus Ahsoka's 2 lightsabers,
That was
and
beautiful.
just the setting, the tone, amazing. The Jedi is a top notch episode. Oh my gosh! And we got Morai. We got a Morai freaking cameo. That was
Morai
huge. I
cameo.
was so excited.
First time
Like the
live
tiniest little
action.
Morai owl in the tree. That was amazing.
Like I said before, anytime Din laughs, anytime Din chuckles, anytime he's shown exhibiting any emotion besides stress, I'm for it. I'm excited. I'm into it. Yeah, that's and I
Not when
love
he had wet
yeah.
socks. Not
And
when he had
not
during
wet
the
socks.
Iris,
That
the Eris.
the Eris that gave me that was one of the first episodes that made me cry because I was freaking out, and I was like, wait a minute, he'll live through the season. He'll live through the season. It's literally his.
It's his show.
It's his show. I don't know why I was so scared. I'm just, I'm happy to
Which
be here
jumping to
now.
that end credit scene that we got, which I'm glad that I just kind of let the credits roll as I like tried to gather my emotions. But what an awesome that we got an end credit scene. It made me feel like I was at the movies again. Where you just have to like wait for the credits to roll through to see like a little clip or a teaser for the next movie.
Yeah.
To me, it totally made it seem like Boba Fett was going to be the 3rd season. That's how I read it. That's how it came off to me.
I was
like, oh,
also
okay.
confused. And it required
the
me.
Book of Boba.
That's what I got kind of confused. But to clarify for anyone out there, the stunt double for Din Djarin for Mandalorian did say that Pedro Pascal will absolutely be in the next season. So Book of Boba is something different, something separate. So they decided to put that in. I'm excited for my fellow Boba fans, and yeah,
Jeremy Bullock.
Yeah.
Rip. We had the OG Boba Fett pass away this past week. We lost another from the original trilogy cast. It was really sad. I love that everybody still pays so much tribute to him and his iconic role. Even with the helmet on. Same with Vader. They're just people that solidified this character, especially for Boba Fett.
Yes.
Having like such a small role and giving him a kind of a bigger one in Return of the Jedi, even though he ended up, in the Sarlacc pit. But George Lucas like legit was just writing him in and wrote him off to die because it was not a big deal. And then he did not think it was going to take off the way he did. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Rest in peace, Jeremy. He's an iconic part of Star Wars. But yeah, we got Boba Fett going back to Jabba's palace, and add another thing to my list that I did not expect to see this season. I don't know, it's not really part of this season, but we have Finnick with him, and they just
They look
Bib
so
for tuna. I was like, ew.
How did he get
somehow he got worse. Somehow Bib Fortuna got worse than Return of the Jedi. All these years later, he was not taking care of himself, running Jabba's palace, just running the game. He's like, "Oh, Boba, ooh, I thought you were dead." Boom, dead. Like no questions asked. He just takes Jabba's seat.
Takes the gross little throne. I don't know if I'd want to sit on that. I mean, in conclusion, we got massive work ahead of us. We got things.
I guess Jabba's throne is just like the Darksaber. You have to be like murdered in order to
hail to the king of Tatooine.
Be the king of Tatooine. You have to kill whoever was just sitting there. Which technically, I guess Leia killed Jabba, so she would have to be the king of Tatooine, the queen of Tatooine.
I don't know if she wants to. I don't know if she wants to be.
And unfortunately, it was Bib Fortuna for too long. So now it's Boba, and he'll be running the game there. I'm excited for that. He's be running like a little underground crime syndicate thing, a reborn crime syndicate. So that's exciting to see.
I'm for it. But yeah, I mean, what
a roller coaster of a season, an amazing season. I know a lot of people were comparing the two, and so some favored season 1, and not that I want to choose favorites, but season 2 just took it up another level. And I thought for a little bit, for the most part, I thought, okay, we're getting a little too many side characters, but they really tied the loose ends and brought it right back to just being about Din and Grogu.
I think they did it.
We got a name, Grogu. That's huge too.
That's huge. I think they did it really well. I'm happy with it. I mean, I'm in pain. We're smiling through the pain. I'm overall super happy with this season, and I can't wait for more. And I can't wait till we get to more Star Wars stuff, because we have so many other content coming out fairly soon. And I mean, I can't wait for us to cover that in the future. And yeah, this is our second to last episode of this season of Tauntalk, and I am forever grateful for everyone listening to us rant about Star Wars. I think that's incredible.
Every week. That's every commitment. Yes, we have we're bringing you coverage of our Star Wars holiday special. I'm really excited to cover that just in time for the holidays and laugh about such a classic. Please follow us on Instagram and on Twitter, Tauntalk Pod. This is our first live episode, but definitely won't be our last. A little tiny technical difficulty, but nothing we can't fix. And it went a lot better than I thought it was going to do, because I thought I was going to say 1,000 times and I was getting nervous. But this was a lot of fun. And we really, really do appreciate everyone who listens to us. We are really surprised by the turnout and how many listeners we've gotten on all our platforms. So we are beyond grateful and really, really appreciate you guys following us straight out the gate.
Thank you so much, you guys. And
thank you guys.
This year is really turning up. Hopefully we can meet at a con soon and, bring this to you guys real time, real life. And I'm happy we got to do
celebration.
Please.
We got like 2 years till Star Wars Celebration.
We got 2 years. We got time for growth. But yeah, thank you guys so much. And, may the force be with you. Good job. Thank you.
May the force be with you. Thank you.